Maxis Berhad chief Morten Lundal will be stepping down once his contract expires on March 31st next year. Lundal had been appointed as Maxis CEO back on October 1st, 2013, bringing with him more than 16 years of experience in the telco industry. In a statement, Maxis' board thanked Lundal for his valuable contribution and services to the company and that it would announce a successor in due course. Before joining Maxis, he had served Vodafone Group plc in 2008 and was regional CEO responsible for 8 operating companies in Central Europe and Africa. In 2010, he became Vodafone's Chief Commercial Officer. Prior to that, though, Lundal had been best known as CEO of Digi.com Berhad and has held several positions in its major shareholder, Norwegian telco Telenor. MISC Berhad's third quarter earnings jumped by over 400% as its LNG, petroleum and offshore divisions did better. Net profit came in at 680.5 million compared with just over 134 million the year before. Top-line growth, however, was a more modest 1% at just over 2.3 billion. MISC also declared an interim dividend of 7 cents. In terms of prospects, MISC said that for its petroleum shipping division, demand continues to be affected by global cuts in production, but that seasonal demand during peak winter months will end the year on a firmer note. Also, expectations of a more stable oil price environment would pave the way for a gradual recovery in global offshore exploration and production. AirAsia Berhad carried 12% more passengers across its operations in Malaysia, Indonesia and the Philippines in the third quarter. The budget carrier flew 9.89 million passengers, up from 8.83 million a year earlier on strong and sustained demand for air travel. Capacity or number of seats flown rose 14%, while load factor shrank slightly to 87% from 88%. Its operations across Malaysia, Indonesia and Philippines ended the quarter with a fleet size of 110 aircraft, 80 aircraft in Malaysia, 14 in Indonesia and 16 in the Philippines. AirAsia consolidates financials of its operations across the 3 countries for financial reporting purposes. As for Thai AirAsia, load factor was up 1 percentage point to 85%. It flew 4.93 million passengers, up 14% year-on-year. Capacity grew by 13%. Meanwhile, AirAsia India carried 1.17 million passengers, close to double that of the same quarter last year. Load factor was down 3% at 85%, following a 104% increase in capacity. Singaporean prosecutors and police are said to be talking to current and former Goldman Sachs executives who had a hand in 1MDB's bond offering. According to a Bloomberg report, Singapore's Commercial Affairs Department has interviewed several related to the bond sale, but no names were given as the queries are confidential. Investigators are also said to be looking into Goldman's links with businessman Low-Tech Joe concerning charges of siphoning money from 1MDB. Being asked are specific details concerning the bond deal and the nature of Goldman's relationship to Low and whether he was ever considered a client. The report points out that the bank itself is not the focus of the investigation and no Goldman employees past or present have been publicly accused, but that the interviews, which took place in October, add to the scrutiny of Goldman's role in the entire 1MDB issue. Kronologi Asia Berhad says its acquisition of Quantum Storage Hong Kong Limited would help to enlarge its footprint and customer base. Acting Chief Philip Teo said that the growth of data storage solutions in the region is encouraging given the growth in digital surveillance and smart cities, and that with Quantum's purchase it could leverage on the collective experience of the enlarged team and provide additional analytics including for AI. Kronologi has proposed to acquire Quantum Storage for 45 million ringgit to be paid for in cash and shares, and that once the purchase is complete, it would diversify the company from a geographical point of view. Teo says he expects significant improvements for Kronologi's full-year results, given its already strong numbers and a historically strong fourth quarter.